All right, guys, this is Steve again, STS Performance on Green Hulk, and today we're going to go over the water line routing I got on this ski. The only problem I might have, I'm going to try and illuminate it for you as much as I can, but the lighting in here is not too good, okay? The first thing to know is that there are two water cooling lines going into the ski. One goes in and cools the intercooler and the turbo, and then the other one cools the engine. Okay, now I didn't change the stock cooling on the engine very much, and being this is my first build, I'm going to give it to you in as much detail as I can, but there's a couple things that you're just going to have to know about the stock cooling routing. All right, so the first one I'm going to go over is the intercooler and turbo line, which is what I had to add. All right, that one, that blue fitting on the pump right there, if you can see it, okay, it's right in there. It's on the side of the pump right there. Okay, that one goes up, that black braided hose goes up over the top of the pump and goes into the stock block off area. I added that in. That's going to the intercooler and the turbo. Okay, that one, it goes in there. All right, then it comes out inside the ski, back there, way back in there. All right, comes out and it goes to the back of the intercooler. All right, so it goes in the back of the intercooler. Water comes in, it comes out the front of the intercooler. All right, then it goes down underneath the turbo and it comes up over here. Okay, and it goes, that red fitting right there goes into the water jacket of the up pipe. All right, and then that water is all routed through the turbo exhaust pipe back in there, that blue pipe, and then it gets dumped out inside the water jacket. All that comes out the exhaust on the back of the ski. Okay, so that line is just dedicated to cooling the back area of the motor. All right, the other one, which is the stock line, which is internal on the pump. Okay, it's not this red line up top. I'll go over that later. All right, the internal water feed on the pump, which comes in back on the transom. You can't see it, but it's on the passenger side of the ski. Excuse me, the driver's side of the ski. It comes in and it goes underneath the motor. All right, there's like an X fitting down in there. There's like it's like a plastic X fitting. All right, one of those lines was disconnected that used to go to the stock intercooler, which is up front. All right, and I just capped it off. So basically on that X, there's four lines. There was four hoses coming off it. The one that went to the stock intercooler, I just pulled that hose off and put a thick like a vacuum cap on it and clamped it. Okay, one of them comes up to the flush valve here. Okay, but then the other ones go to the motor and cool it. All right, the stock dump, there's three of these fittings underneath the rub rail. All right, there's one on this side and there's two on the other side. This is where I didn't change anything. The stock dump comes out here, all right, on the motor, and it goes out the side of the ski. Everything else on the motor is exactly the way it was from the factory. The only thing I changed, I'm going to lean a flashlight up in here, if you can see it, down in there where the stock anode was, right here, okay, there's one of those R&D thermostat kits. It's a dual cooling setup, which from what I understand allows the ski to heat up better. Okay, and it goes right in where the anode goes into the ski. I pulled the anode out, put the R&D kit in, plumbed it the way they said, okay, and that's it. So that is basically the same. There's a stock dump in the back of the ski. I don't know if you can see it way back there, okay? There's a black cap. I just capped it off because I didn't use that hose anymore, okay? So that's where water used to come out the back of the ski. I'm not using that anymore. So I just capped that off, all right? And everything else back here, there's a stock dump that comes out of the motor down there. It's underneath one of those corrugated covers. Again, that's stock. I left that alone. And the only thing is that this red tube up here, okay, I got a cooling thing I'm going to be doing later on this ski that I'm going to try. So I ran that. That's just water. It goes in the back of the ski, okay? And then I'm actually just dumping that. It comes around. Right now I'm just dumping it out the two pissers on the passenger side of the ski, all right? So that's really not doing anything right now. You don't even need that. You can cap that off if you're not going to use it. But it comes out these two pissers right here, okay? That's all that red hose is doing right now. It's just for future something. I have an idea about something I want to try, all right? The braided hose that I used, I think it's a Russell hose. It's a size 14, I believe. It's like 5/8 hose, okay? And then all the fittings, that matches up with the factory stuff pretty good. Right now I got a flush hose connected to that one hose, all right? And I'll also have to connect a flush hose to the stock flush on top when I want to run the ski on the water. That's why I have it disconnected off the pump, okay, in there. So that's the cooling setup I have on this thing. It's not tricky at all. It's just stuff that was, you know, we got two cooling lines going in. One cools the intercooler and turbo. The other one, stock cooling on the motor, all right? Other than that R&D thermostat back there, all right? Nothing fancy, no little check valves or bypass valves or nothing, okay? Just eliminated a couple hoses. If I didn't get anything good enough for you guys, feel free to ask me a question, and I'll get you some more pictures. But that's the cooling setup I got on this thing that we're gonna run. And the next video I'm gonna do here over the weekend, I'll probably go over some of the fueling again on this ski, and then go from there. So we'll see you soon, guys.